In 1608, British merchants first set foot on Indian soil, seeking nothing more than profitable trade. Little did anyone know this would begin nearly 350 years of colonial rule that would reshape an entire subcontinent. On August 24, 1608, the British East India Company landed in Surat. Their goal was simple: trade for Asian commodities like spices, silk and textiles. They weren't the first Europeans here. Portuguese explorer Vasco da Gama had already discovered the sea route to India in 1498, making it a European trading hotspot. India wasn't unified then. It was a patchwork of kingdoms and principalities, especially with the declining Mughal Empire. The East India Company exploited this political vacuum, gradually inserting itself into local politics and disputes. The company's military technology, disciplined troops and financial resources gave them significant advantages. They effectively used policies like divide and rule, the subsidiary alliance, and doctrine of lapse to consolidate control. Playing Indian rulers against each other became their most effective weapon. 1757. The Battle of Plassey became the turning point. Robert Clive led the East India Company against Siraj-ud-Dowlah, Nawab of Bengal. With secret help from Mir Jafar, the Nawab's own commander who betrayed his ruler, the much smaller British force achieved victory. This gave the company control over Bengal's wealth and set the stage for further expansion. 1764. At Buxar, Captain Munro defeated the combined forces of Bengal, Awadh, and Mughal Emperor Shah Alam II. This victory gave the company control over tax collection rights in Bengal, Bihar, and Orissa. Over the next century, the East India Company expanded across India using military might, diplomacy, and divide-and-rule tactics. By the 1850s, much of India was under company rule. Ironically, their army was composed mainly of Indian sepoys. By 1857, resentment erupted in India's first war of independence. The trigger, rifle cartridges allegedly greased with cow and pig fat. Mangal Pandey, a sepoy, attacked a British officer, sparking widespread revolt among Indian troops across North India. The rebellion was crushed after 18 months, but the heavy loss of life marked a major turning point. Following the 1857 rebellion, the British Parliament dissolved the East India Company in 1858. This inaugurated the British Raj, which would last until independence in 1947. The Raj centralized governance under the British Crown, with India's economy, administration and education controlled from London. British success came from technological superiority, divide-and-rule tactics, exploiting political fragmentation, economic power and efficient organization. What began as a simple trading venture in 1608 evolved into nearly 3.5 centuries of colonial rule. The British transformation from merchants to rulers